Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM19 story, part of The Furniture with me, Daniel. It's season 10, episode 7, and today could be the biggest episode in this series so far. As you can see from the league table, we're back a game earlier than planned, and that's because today we could get promoted if results go our way, and even if we win our game and other results don't, we could be all but promoted due to our goal difference. It's a huge day in this series, and a huge day in Torquay's history. Hopefully we can do them proud and get the outcome we're looking for. We've got a couple of hurdles to get over in the meantime. We'll go through those in a minute, but for now let's just celebrate the brilliant run we're on and the fantastic football we've been playing since we changed to our new formation. It's been absolutely brilliant. We're secured of a playoff place no matter what, and realistically with a 12 goal gap to Millwall, we can't finish lower than third, to be honest. Having said that, we've got two really tough games for this run in. We're away to 15th place Swansea, who have got nothing to play for, so hopefully we'll be able to do something there. But if it goes to the last day away to 5th place Crystal Palace, I'm sure that Barleyman, Bruno and Jack will want to do something to stop us. But as it stands, this series is going perfectly to plan now. I said season 10 will move into our new stadium, we'll start to get some money into the club, and we can really push for promotion. In truth, none of that stuff's happened. We have pushed for promotion, but it was nothing to do with the money. Simply the loan signing of Lee Rutherford from Liverpool. He's on 32 goals in 44 games. Absolutely sensational work. He's placing his shots now as well, and he's really impressing for us. And if we do go up this season, he's got to stay at the club, or we won't have a chance of staying up next year. It's been a one-man show at times. He's pulled out hat-tricks and braces where we've been absolutely outplayed, and in the last few games towards the end of matches, we've really shut up shop and gone defensive, played the sort of football I absolutely detest, to be honest, but it's really important at this stage of the season that you just get the 3 points and win the games. If we look in real life, for example, Manchester City at the moment, winning 1-0 against Burnley, shutting up shop in the last 15 minutes, it just has to be done at times no matter who you are. As you can see, this is one of our slight dilemmas today. Rutherford has got a knock, he's out with a pulled groin. Technically he can play in the match, it's just whether I risk starting him. He's such an important player for us, and it's whirling around in my head, to be honest. Do I play him today, risk further injury but also getting promotion straight away, or do I save him and trust him against Palace, knowing that he will probably score a goal or two? That's the dilemma I've got in my head, but I'll get to that in a moment. For now, let's just look at the previous results. So you were with me for that unbelievable 4-4 draw at home to Sheffield United, the runaway leaders at the time. They scored a fantastic stoppage time goal to get back on level terms, and at that point it looked like they were going to win the league at a canter. But they've been on an awful run since as well. Apologies in the background if you can hear any squeaking. I've got a very squeaky chair, but there's a new one on the way, so if you can hear it and it's bothering you, hopefully it will be gone in a few episodes' time. But after that brilliant game against Sheffield United, we got a 4-1 win away at Nottingham Forest. This was a brilliant performance in our new formation. Rutherford with a brace in that one, and Foster and Shalabar scoring 2. And then you'll notice the familiar scorer for Forest, Ricky Ash, who we sold at the start of the year. He came back to haunt us, but only after we were 4-0 up. So it didn't matter too much in that one, and we followed it up with a 2-0 win away to QPR, the bottom side in the Championship. Again, we didn't really play very well in this one, but Lee Rutherford turned up with a brace to turn it from a poor performance to a brilliant one. We then drew 1-1 at home to high-flying Bristol City. I think they're up in the playoff contention as well. They've dropped down to 10th now, but technically they can still finish there. It was a really good performance from us, and important we got a point, and we actually went to defensive mode in the last couple of minutes just to make sure we got the result. Again, it was Rutherford with the equaliser after Nasrin Ledger, our long-term transfer target, nodded them ahead after 3 minutes, but we followed it up with a 1-0 win at home to Reading. This was against the 22nd place side at the time. We nicked the 1-0 win with an own goal sealing the 3 points, and we were ultra defensive and time wasting in the last 5 of that one. And then away to Stoke, we nicked it 2-1. Guess who got the winner? It's Lee Rutherford, and again the last 10 minutes we played shocking football, but we managed to get over the line. And then at home to Blackburn, the most important result of the season, and possibly our best performance. If we show you the table for why that result was so important, they're in 3rd place, it maintained a 3-point gap, and if we hadn't managed to get a point out of that game, it would have been us on 82 and Blackburn Blackburn on 82 as well. We didn't want to be one of 3 teams on the same points going into the last 2, so we made sure we got the result, and once our 2-star attacking players came off injured, we just made sure we went solid at the back again and didn't concede a goal. So I'm really delighted with the way the lads have been playing defensively. If you take out the Sheffield United game, we haven't actually conceded more than 1 goal in any game since the 8th of February, and what sort of run is that? 6, 7, 8, 11 games out of the last 12 where we've conceded 1 goal or kept a clean sheet. That's been absolutely pivotal for our run, as we're still the top scorers in the division. The goals have dried up a little bit, but that's just because of our tactics, and you'll see a lot more of that next year where we have to play a way we don't really enjoy. But if it means we can get to and stay in the Premier League, I'll be absolutely delighted. And if we go up in this episode, we'll certainly start a celebration and start to plan for next season. But let's get into this game, because it's far more important than the previous results. Nothing matters if we throw it away now. My beloved Luton Town in real life are trying their very best to do that as well. So hopefully we won't join them today. We'll get over the line nice and smoothly. Swansea have won their last 2 games. We're unbeaten in 5, but it doesn't count for anything. Form goes out of the window when there's nerves on the table, and you know you've got a chance at promotion on the day. So as I mentioned, the one man I'm not really sure about is Rutherford. He's only 81% fit, but I feel like I have to risk him, even if it is just for an hour, to try and get the best out of him. We've got Duncan and Broder on the bench, so if we go a goal up, we can bring on a target man. If we need a like-for-like replacement, Duncan can do that. And if we just need someone to run around, we've got John Gerrard on there as well. So plenty of different options, but I feel like I have to risk him. The rest of the team picks itself after the last few games. We've got Alex Bass in goal, Konza and Otte are the fullbacks, with Shalabar and Williams in the middle. Cohen got injured about a month ago and Konza came in at right back, and just like in the other series, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's not got the best average rating, but he's been completely solid at the back, and that's all we can ask for. We don't need attacking style at this point of the season. We've got Foster in the holding role with Nico Williams on the right, Adam Lewis over on the other wing, the left hand side. He's having another brilliant season too, and then Rowan McDonald in central midfield with Purby in behind Rutherford up front. We're still playing our slightly more cautious game plan. We're just holding our shape and getting back into a disciplined position when we lose possession in attacking areas, and we're also not pressing as high now. We're just trying to get ourselves over the line. So let's get into this game. Cross your fingers everyone for 2 things. 1, that we get the result we need, and 2, that Rutherford doesn't get a long injury. As long as he can get through 60 minutes and nick a goal, I'll be absolutely delighted with the lad. Let's look at the formation Swansea are playing. It's a 4-2-3-1 for them. What must be a very aging near Bitton in central midfield for them. Selena's still there over on the left wing. Matt O'Reilly's a good prospect in real life too. They've got some very good players there. We're going to try and encourage the lads. Just keep their confidence high. Stuart Jellings probably guessed it right for this one, and hopefully we'll do enough to get the 3 points. Even if we draw this game, I won't be devastated, as long as Blackburn don't win theirs either. Let's get into the first half then. I'm surprised there's not a tunnel interview. In truth, it would be lovely to win the title ahead of Sheffield United or Blackburn, whoever's up there. But in truth, as long as we get promoted, I really don't care if we're second place. I don't want to have to go through the playoffs. It's really nervy and tense. Although we have had successful campaigns previously, we've had the odd bad one as well. And I think this young team would struggle, particularly with the position they've got themselves into. Is Nico Williams on the wing though? Rutherford's in the middle. He almost left me speechless there. We made the right decision already. Just 3 minutes in, Rutherford gives us the lead. A header from 4 yards. You don't need 2 working legs to be able to do that. As long as your head's working in, you can nod it in. The long ball forward from Swansea is dealt with by Rhys Williams, and what a fantastic start to the game. It's absolutely brilliant for us. Is Shalabar out to the right hand side for Nico Williams. We're on our way forward again. It's into Rutherford. He's 1-on-1. Oh, the keeper's made a great save. Either side, and it was a goal. He's got the trade places shots, but I think he must have got a bit nervy there, as he just absolutely whacked it at the keeper. He did well to stand up until the very end, and he made the save in the end. This has been an absolutely fantastic start. No sign of nerves from the lads at all. Hopefully that won't come back to haunt me, as they come forward now, Swansea. Bit on over halfway, the experienced man to Selena, another player who's been there for many years. It's O'Reilly out to Morris on the left. Can we defend this one well? Morris has got a chance to deliver, but finds Selena. Into Glatzel, the striker. Back to Bitton. It's a brilliant block by Rhys Williams, another hero who played for us all the way from non-league. The likes of Bass and Nathan Williams could well be in the squad next season after starting playing for us in the conference. Alex Bass was for us in the National League South and Reece Williams in the National League. We've also got Rowan McDonald who played for us in non-league. It's some fairy tale stories back there. I'm just sad that Johnny Byrne isn't still here, but hopefully he's having a good season at Carlisle. It's an in-swinging corner from Swansea. They're really starting to apply some pressure now, but Alex Bass covers the ball comfortably and it remains 1-0 with 15 minutes gone. It's another free kick for Swansea. We're conceding too many set pieces. Selina puts it wide. I'll apologise in advance for the poor standard of commentary today. I'm actually quite nervous for this one. Something that's very rare in FM or in real life for me, in fact. I'm not particularly over competitive, but this one I really want to get the job done. It'd be quite a brilliant achievement within 10 years. Just to do it on point, as we said we would when we moved into the new ground. It'd be such a brilliant day for us, and Rutherford's got a chance again. Finds Rowan McDonald. He rattles the crossbar. Brilliant effort from the edge of the box. Not a common goal scorer is Rowan McDonald, but he took that effort like he'd been scoring goals for years, and unfortunately the woodwork denied him. A brilliant goal that would have been. Rutherford's causing all sorts of chaos. What a decision it was to play him. He's got it on the left into Purby. Brilliant save by the keeper, and Purby couldn't get to the second quick enough, and by the time he brings it under control, the ball's been cleared. It's a long clearance by Swansea. McDonald's back defending, and he heads it clear for Adam Lewis on the left, who goes back to his fullback Otte. What a brilliant game it's been so far. These lads, I thought they might crumble under the pressure, but there's some big game players here, playing for big clubs in real life, and they know what pressure's all about, having been raised among it. It's O'Reilly with the ball in the centre circle. He finds Glatzel and now Selina. What we don't want to do is concede a silly goal, but Otte and McDonald avoid that by combining to clear the ball with their heads. It's Adam Lewis on the left wing. He's got loads of space to run into, goes for a switch of play to Nico Williams, who does brilliantly to bring it down. There's two in the middle, one of them's Rutherford. Brilliant header again, down to the keeper's left-hand side, but he really gets down and holds on to it well to ensure the score remains just 1. Are we going to regret missing these chances? Swansea haven't had one on target yet, but we've had 5, but it's still only 1-0, and that's the scoreline that counts. It's Otte with the ball at left-back. We're playing it out with McDonald and now Foster. He's another player who's made a really big difference since joining in January. Not only has he allowed us to change to this shape, he's been really solid at the back, and even popped up with a goal too. Nico Williams is on a mazy run though. Bear with us a minute there, we'll come back to that point. Nico Williams just ran past 4 players. Really old school non-league stuff. Knocked the ball past them and run, and forced a really good save from the Swansea keeper. He's got the ball again and goes long. It's up to Gonsalves on the right hand side. Into Glatzel. Goes for a long range shot, and if that's the best they've got, we'll surely be promoted today, but we don't want to count our chickens just yet. It's Blackburn losing at home to Nottingham Forest as Reece Williams heads just wide. We wouldn't need to look at the other games if we can nick a second, but as it stands we've got a 6-point gap to both Millwall and Blackburn, and if Sheffield United keep their result as well, they must be losing too. Then we'll be winning the title as it stands at the end of this game. It's half time. It was an unbelievable first half performance. I'm so pleased for the lads the way they're playing, but it will count for absolutely nothing if we don't do it for another 45. We're not going to get the whole game out of Rutherford, which is going to be a problem for us. It's just how we cope once he goes off. We're going to tell the lads not to get complacent. They all seem focused or motivated by that, so hopefully they'll respond with equally brilliant performances in this half as we look to shore the 3 points up. It's Chalabar on the right to Nico Williams. I can't promise we won't go to an awful style of play at the end, but let's enjoy this one for now. Purby's got a chance. Oh, he's just wide. The keeper went down early. I thought he was going to beat him, but on his weaker foot he couldn't steer it in. It's just wide of the post and it remains 1-0, and now Swansea are coming forward. I'm probably getting louder and louder as this one goes on. My excitement levels are building, but Swansea have got a chance with O'Reilly into the box and scores, and with their first shot on target it's all going wrong. We've really let in a silly goal there, giving away set pieces, and now we're level despite absolutely dominating the game. As it stands we are still going up, but we won't secure the title, but I'm not confident at 1-1 that we'll see out this game too easily. We're going to have to bring Nico Williams off as well. He's absolutely cream crackered, and Lee Rutherford's tired now too. They're not going to last much longer. Swansea really growing into this now. O'Reilly finds Glatzel and Selina. His shot's blocked, and we're going to demand a bit more from the lads as they're really starting to struggle now. Selina over halfway on the left. He's taking on the fullback and he looks like he's got the beating of him. Bit on with a shot. A brilliant save from Bass. He's kept us level at 1-1 there. It's a corner kick for Swansea. We will make the 2 subs in a moment, but it's our best 2 performers on the day that have got to come off, and that's something that's really going to cost us. Just 20 minutes to go then, we've got a long throw with Otte. We will make the changes after this attack, as unfortunately the lads can't go any longer. Otte wins the clearance and now it's Adam Lewis. He finds McDonald in the middle. Purby, can he create one last chance before coming off? Adam Lewis on the left hand side headed away and Foster's got another chance to build an attack. They can't get it out and Nico Williams has the ball. Rutherford with the shot, straight at the keeper again. He's had a really good game, Rutherford, and plenty of chances, but he just can't get that final ball. We're going to stick with the way we're playing at the moment. Bobby Duncan's going to come on up front as a result. Purby's nervous, so he'll be replaced by Allingham. Two new players coming into the game. I don't know whether to take Nico Williams off, who's been absolutely brilliant in this one, or Ben Foster, who's really apprehensive and struggling to keep his emotions in check. We've got options there, but McDonald's on a yellow card as well, so would putting him in the holding role be detrimental to his game. He wouldn't be able to throw himself into challenges, and that could cost us later on. So we'll just make the 2 for now and leave it 5 more minutes, and then we'll go to the team instructions and adapt our tactical play based on the other results we tend to go. It's Watt on the edge for Swansea. He's put it just wide, and that's it. I've seen enough now. We're going to go to time wasting just to try and see out the game for a few more minutes. We will make another sub in a second. I think it has to be Foster who comes off. He's really struggling with his emotions. He's apprehensive, and we can't have players like that on the pitch, but a goal here would really change our emotions. It's Otte to Allingham. Allingham out to Adam Lewis. The substitute Allingham's on the ball again. He's found Rowan McDonald, goes for the shot just wide, and with 7 minutes to go, we will make that sub. Rowan McDonald on in a holding role. Can I take Ben Foster off? Jim Desart's going to come on in central midfield. That should be enough for now. We will change things up in a moment. Desart's going to drop a little bit more. He prefers to be a central midfielder on attack, but I'm just going to leave him on support for now and see if we can see out the last 5 minutes. We've got a long throw on the right with Konza. Takes it short in the end to Nico Williams. Back into Desart. Falls for Nico Williams. Is hacked away by Scott. Where's the defence gone? What on earth are they doing with 5 minutes to go? Duffy's in on the left. He puts it across and no one's there. But what on earth is going on there? There were no defenders in our own half, despite the fact we've only got 3 minutes to go. Bobby Duncan's almost in at the other end. That is absolutely infuriating. No type of game management from the lads, and there's the inexperience we didn't want to see. It's Duffy with the ball again. We've got to see out this highlight so I can make the tactical tweaks as Duffy finds Selena. Goes for the shot. It's wide of the post. We're going to drop to cautious. The team instructions, we're going to slow the pace down and we'll hold our shape as well. There's no need for us to be running forward. Out of possession, we could go a little bit deeper, but I think we'd just be inviting more pressure. So let's try and see out the last couple of minutes like that. As it stands, we will be promoted. Let's not worry about winning the title today. I just want to make sure we're in the Premier League next year. As I said at the start, and I stand by it, I do not care if we're in second place at the end of the year. It's all about going up, and we're past the 4 minutes now. Let the whistle go, referee. The whistle's gone. Have the other results stayed as they were. It's the most important thing now. Well done to the lads for getting their point. Again, we've just ground out a result, as we have so many times in the last few weeks. The lads have done just what they needed to. I've no idea why they've switched off there. We've told them we're happy with their performance. They've just been promoted to the Premier League, I think, and unfortunately they're still not happy about it. That suggests that maybe we haven't been promoted and someone else has got a late goal. We're back on the media screen. We have been promoted. We're a national hero apparently. I think that's the Steam achievement for going from the bottom division to the top. I've just realised you probably can't see my Steam achievements, so that's the one we just got anyway. I've no idea why the lads were so grumpy about that. They've just been promoted to the Premier League. Lighten up a little bit and have a party. Did you see Sheffield United in real life? We dominated the game against Swansea. The first half performance was unbelievable, and it turns out we did make the right decision to pick Rutherford, as he scored the goal that sealed us promotion, his 33rd of the league season. All hail the saviour. What a hero, Lee Rutherford. If we can keep him on loan next year, anything is possible and we could stay in the division, despite the fact we'll be odds-on favourites to go down and definitely predicted to finish 20th. We're promoted to the Premier League. The board have set their initial budgets. Let's have a look at that one as well. £32 million. That's not really a Premier League budget. Things are going to be very difficult next year. Hopefully we'll be able to bring in another 5 or 10 just from selling squad players who won't be here next year, but it's going to be really difficult to buy 8 or 9 first team players for 40 million. We're really going to have to wheel and deal and probably try and secure some loan deals from Liverpool before this season's up and extend the likes of Rutherford as well. Once we get to the Premier League, that parent club deal will probably be terminated, as Liverpool will then be in the same division as us, so we've got to make the most of it over the next month before it's terminated and we lose that opportunity. Lee Mansell's delighted with us. He's a former Torquay hero in real life, and he's a former Luton Town youth prospect as well, so that means an awful lot for me. He's at Stoke, another one of the clubs at the top of the Championship, so he's doing a really good job there. The Torquay board have praised us for an unbelievable promotion. Get used to these achievements. We've got to try and stay up next year. Williams praises us. That's Nico Williams who's done that. He's really been a superstar this year again, and he was the man of the match in that game as well, providing the assist for Lee Rutherford, which has sent us to the Premier League. So let's finish on the competition screen for the confirmation. We are promoted to the Premier League. Due to the fact we just drew the game, we haven't wrapped up the title yet. It could be us or Sheffield United on the final day, and we do go away to 5th place Crystal Palace, who could still be fighting for a playoff place if Stoke win their game in hand in midweek. So it could be all to play for them, and that could make things a little bit more tricky. But you know what the next episode's going to be? The final game of the season away at Crystal Palace. We'll be up against former players such as Owen Jack and Barley Mumba as they try to stop us winning the Championship title. We're going to be hoping we can add some silverware to the trophy cabinet. What an achievement it would be, but either way, being in the top 2 is absolutely fantastic. I'm delighted with the boys and their performance, and I hope you'll come and join me in the next episode as we play our final game in the Championship, try to secure the title, and go through our end of season review, saluting some of the heroes at the club. But if you did enjoy this episode, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know your thoughts on that performance to seal our Premier League promotion. What a fantastic achievement for the boys, and what a brilliant debut season in our new stadium. And do you think we can win the title in the next episode, or will Sheffield United pip us to the post? Let's go and have a look at who they've got on the final day so you can make an informed judgment on that one. Sheffield United are at home to 7th place Norwich, so they've got home advantage, but it's another tough game for them and against a team that have got everything to play for as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content from my 2 long-term stories, this one with Torquay United, where we've now guaranteed we'll be playing Premier League football for the first time next year, and our other Journeyman series, The Head Coach, where we're currently looking to leave the Premier League ironically. It's been a topsy-turvy couple of years in that one. We've obviously got one shared hero in both series in Ezri Konsa, but there's plenty of names worth talking about a bit more in this one, particularly Lee Rutherford, who will go down as the hero this year. There's also weekly content from my Snooker 19 career, as well as content coming up from Cricket 19 at the end of the month, the official game of the Ashes. I've really enjoyed the previous games made by Big Ant, so I'm hoping this one will be just as good, and you'll have plenty of career mode content from that as well. But the Football Manager content's going nowhere, still 3 episodes a week from each series, and don't forget at the end of season 10 in each one, we'll have our 10 years in the future look back to see how all the big clubs are doing and who's been winning all the big competitions. But a massive thanks for watching and your continued support with the series as always. I really do appreciate it, and I certainly hope you'll be joining me in the next one to see if we can win the Championship title.